Now lightning is coming down right next to me, and the thunder is so loud, it is shaking the earth. We're starting to flood. It's like, in these moments, am I more scared of being hit by lightning or a tree falling on me? Hey buddy. Hey buddy. How are you? Oh. Hey horses. Hey. Oh. Oh, hey buddies. Oh, you guys are big. Well, for anyone that knows how comfortable I am around horses, that was quite a big moment in my life there. And my heart is beating 1,000 beats a second right now. What are you doing to my chair? You trying to sit in my chair? Get on my chair. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, so here we are. Welcome to Seven Devils in the Hell's Canyon Wilderness and Recreation Area. Plenty of options when you're looking at lakes to camp at on this route. This is just mountains and lakes. That's all it is. For between 30 and 40 miles, you're just in mountains and lakes. I mean, I'll get into it more at the end of this video, more in depth about the route and stuff, but let's talk gear real quick. The big thing that I've changed is this, right there. So really my camera gear, I was adding it up, can get up to like 15 pounds. This is the Sony ZV E10 Mark II. You know, it's $1,000, so it's not super expensive, and it's a great camera. It does have limitations, and you know, it is a lot lighter and a lot smaller than what I've been rocking. So right now, all I have is this Sony, a smaller, kind of cruddier microphone. I only have this one lens. I think this is like a 14mm lens, and I'll do a whole review on this whole system that I'm using once I'm done with this trip. But yeah, this whole setup that I got now with this camera and the extra batteries and the tripod and everything, down to 7 pounds, which is the lightest I've ever gotten it to on one of these trips. And I'm still tired and probably gonna take a nap. Last night at 1 a.m. I woke up to do a nice time lapse of the stars, and this thing does not work without light. I mean, just straight up doesn't work. But, you know, we're rolling with it. We got 10 miles today to our next lake. Hopefully we have a little bit more success fishing there. That is Hell's Canyon, which means I believe the other side there that I can see is Oregon. So we made it to our destination. This is Baldy Lake. I am just making really good time. It is only 1:15, so I'll eat some lunch here, have some water, take a break, and then yeah, I'm gonna take off, keep going, see where this leads me. See these little guys? These are huckleberries, wild huckleberries. Here we go. Here's some that are starting to look more like they're ripening. Oh, those are so good. Oh my gosh. Am I just gonna be a bear and eat all these? That is delicious. Oh. Focus, camera, focus. You've got it, yes. All right, it's gonna be a slower hike than normal because I'm gonna be eating the whole way. I'm glad I put this rain fly on at 10 o'clock at night when I saw that dark cloud coming towards me. I even checked on the Garmin like 5 hours ago. It said it was going to be clear in this area. It is not. Wild. Never know in the mountains. Never know. Everything is soaked and muddy, so we're getting a later start today than I wanted to because I need the sun to just peek out and help me dry this stuff. Also, credit where credit is due. Big points for the Outdoor Vitals bag. You know, that storm hit in a hurry last night, and I just threw this camera and my shoes into the bag, and the bag kind of stayed outside, and I was just, you know, hoping everything would be dry, and sure enough, this thing is totally waterproof. And if I had my Osprey bag or one of my Osprey bags, it would not be, because they require an extra, you know, basically a rain cover that I would have had to put on, and I probably wouldn't have even had it with me. So major points there, Outdoor Vitals. Okay, we've made it to a fork in the road. Spin you around. This way takes me back to the car. This way takes me back to Sheep Lake, our final stop. So just one last side trip. So we've made it to Basin Lake, not Sheep Lake yet. And I have stopped and set up camp. And I've chosen this spot for a couple of reasons. One is just sheer laziness, right? Sheep Lake is up and we gotta turn back around and head right back the way we came tomorrow. So stopping at this first lake instead of packing everything all the way to the second lake and then packing it down, you know. If I don't have to carry the pack an extra couple miles, I don't really want to. The second reason is I've been hearing this thunder all day, and there are dark clouds passing on either side of me, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen tonight. I have learned that being up at the highest lake is not like the best spot to be. I mean, if you want to see, take a look at my Goat Lake video, the highest lake in Idaho. That was a nightmare staying there. Just winds howling, broke my tent, everything. It's much better during a storm like we had last night to be down in the bottom of the basin. So Basin Lake is where I want to stay. There's also a couple of camp spots that I noticed up closer to the lake. I chose this one that was tucked back in here for that reason. I wanted to be tucked back under trees away from where like the winds would be howling and stuff. And I have a lot of protection in case what happened last night happens again. Here, let me show you around. Okay, you can see with my tent that I have angled it here up on a hill, like not on a hill, but hill slopes, and then you can see kind of slopes back down into the lake. So there will be no flooding like we had last night. This bag was so good waterproof wise, I'm gonna hang it on a tree, and it's gonna have some gear that I want to stay dry. And the other thing is, you can see like just being under these trees will give me some protection as well. There's also this one other really cool feature with this camp spot. Someone built a chair and it works great. I can even put my feet up. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's go find this final lake.
Shadows of my room. Oh, always heard your voice, I forget the sound now. You're awfully quiet while I cry out for you. Oh, I know you don't have much to say, yeah, that's clear now. But I won't keep on giving you grace while my heart's broken. But you take the time away to clear your head out. But I had so much to say, and you let me get away still. Well, I still cry, I won't lie, but you'll never know if I'm fine. Am I alright? Well, you'll never know. You took this path on your own time without giving Should've kept it straight from the jump. Why'd we come this far to get this far? I should leave it alone, 'cause there's no proof of you staying. Your mind was made up a couple months ago. Oh no, I no wonder where I'm at tonight.
All right, let's get into it. This should be quick. Seven Devils was actually easier than you'd expect. There is a very well-defined trail that runs all the way around the Seven Devils mountain range. If you only follow that trail, you will probably see nothing. I mean, you'll see Hell's Canyon, you'll see a lot of mountains, but it won't take you to any lakes. So if that trail is a highway, then there's all these little offshoots into these lakes. This is why I say in the video, like, I'm gonna do about 33 miles, even though it's probably more like 44 by my estimation, because I tried to hit every single lake I could. The trip starts up here at Windy Saddle Campground. It's a pretty popular campground. It's got facilities, bathroom facilities. There's also a very tiny lake. Back here, I saw a bunch of people with their kayaks. I guess fishing or something might be popular there. All these lakes have fish in them. Most people are just going to do the overnighter or the day trip, and they're going to follow this back and really head for the most stunning lake in Seven Devils, which is Sheep Lake. You saw in the video, Sheep Lake is high in elevation. If you want to camp at one of these lower lakes and hike up to Sheep Lake and not take all your stuff, you can. Honestly, if I was doing a one-night trip, I probably would have gone all the way to Sheep Lake, but because I was putting in quite a few miles, the legs did not want to, so camped down at Basin Lake. So I went around back this way. Down here, you could see Dog Lake is the first place we camped. I also checked out Lower Cannon Lake. There's some lakes back here, like you can see Hanson Lake, that there's no trail up to. Of course, if you want to rough it and get up there and just follow this creek and see what's up there, you're more than welcome to. So our first night was at Dog Lake. Between Dog Lake or Dog Creek here, all the way to Baldy Lake, there's no water. So there's this really big gap from here, around here, and up to here, where you are not going to have access to water. So if you plan this trip, keep that in mind. So then, of course, we came up to here, to Echo Lake. This is where the storm was, right here. I'd made a little hike. You can see down here in this little trail right here to He Devil Lake. That's where He Devil Lake showed up. From there, continued up. If you want to get crazy, you can actually exit right here, or come in right here. Come out here to Hell's Canyon, and then continue through Hell's Canyon to Pittsburgh Landing. I have done that backpacking trip before. I had a boat drop me off downriver instead of hiking through Seven Devils. But if you want to be super adventurous and you have the wherewithal to schedule a pretty decent shuttle, by all means, you can combine this backpacking trip up here with the backpacking trip I just did. So again, from Echo Lake, we come up and around, and we headed to Dry Diggins Lookout. That lookout you see in the video where you get one of the best views in Idaho overlooking Hell's Canyon. I highly recommend taking a trip out to Dry Diggins Lookout. It's just like, if you're out there, why would you not take in that view? Although missing it is going to save you a ton of time and elevation. I mean, from this point, it's up to Dry Diggins Lookout, and then you drop down into a basin of Bernard Lakes, and then you are climbing back up to basically level with the trail. So it takes quite a bit of energy and quite a bit of time to go to Dry Diggins Lookout, but I think it's worth it. Right here in this area was where we did our little looky-loo. We can go left to the car, we can go right to Sheep Lake. So from here, we come down, stay at Basin Lake, head up to Sheep Lake, and then we come back down and around and out. There's a lot of elevation gain. Again, it's the wilderness, but honestly, Seven Devils, for being called Seven Devils and sounding so intimidating, it's not that bad, and I encourage you to do it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.